Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is a reading on when you're in a relationship but you can't be yourself. So I just pulled this card about the topic, which is so interesting. I got it reversed. And upright, this card normally talks about being intuitive and expressing yourself and being creative. So what we're talking about is when you're in a relationship, a romantic relationship, where you realize it's been the point the whole time that you can't be yourself and you can't express your spirituality or your creativity or like your essence fully. So this John's actually here with me on this reading, my partner John.
Hey.
And this is something we were talking about because we've experienced a little bit of this in our relationship, but mostly in past relationships. And we've also had this topic come to us through our clients who are emailing us and reaching out saying like, I can't be myself, or my partner doesn't accept the fact that I'm spiritual, or I'm creative and my partner isn't and like doesn't encourage that side of me. Or people who are saying, like, I have to hide who I am from, like, my partner or from the person I'm dating, or I feel like I can't be myself, or that kind of stuff. So we're going to talk about this topic, and then at the end, we're going to do a pick-a-card reading so that you can get a personalized message.
So one of the biggest things was basically the idea that when you're feeling like you're noticing signs that you feel like discomfort of, like, maybe your identity, discomfort of like maybe your behaviors or daily routines, all that kind of stuff, kind of like feeling like an itchy skin, so to speak, like if you're a snake, you know. So I think when you're in a relationship where you feel like you can't be yourself, obviously the advice isn't always that like it's like a doomed relationship or anything. I think what we want to really get into is what that says about like our relationship with ourselves. Because we've been noticing when we've felt like we can't be ourselves, it brings out like this agitated, kind of impatient side of ourselves. Wouldn't you say like agitated?
Yes.
Short-tempered, or like you feel like you want to be alone a lot, constantly trying to get away from them, not like, and feeling guilty for it because you know you really do care about this person. Or you might really actually have feelings for them, but just knowing for some reason that you need to get some time away.
Yeah. And what that is like needing the space to express yourself and to be who you are.
Yeah.
And what that is needing to like detach from like codependency.
Yeah.
And like needing to express yourself as an individual.
Yeah.
So I guess this is maybe more of a tip for people who are in long-term relationships or who have entered into a relationship, or maybe if you're thinking back on relationships and patterns in the past.
I feel like definitely there's a lot of like help coming in as far as that is concerned. I still feel like there is obviously that one option that may be difficult, but has to happen.
But is it the card I just pulled?
Well, yeah, I think we'll get to that.
Oh,
basically.
Wow.
Well, I think we'll get there, and we'll talk about that, obviously.
Yeah,
That's one of the options.
Yeah.
But I don't want to just go straight to that one and exhaust all the options.
Basically, when you're in a relationship and you can't be yourself, obviously you should probably break up with the person and release them and go be on your own, or go find someone that you can be yourself with, truly.
I think what it comes down to is knowing that you've actually given it a good shot. You know what I mean? You've really done a lot of attempts at communicating how you feel you can't be yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, it's your discretion. Obviously, you have to know, you have to check in with your heart, and you have to figure that out.
Yeah.
But I feel like, obviously, we should definitely bring up some cards and see...
well, it's all about feeling like comfortable to be free to express the truth of who you are.
Totally.
And freedom has a lot to do with it. And like, if you're in a balanced relationship, you'll feel like you have that freedom.
Allowing the other person to pursue their dreams.
Yeah.
To try things out for themselves, even if you've done it already.
Even if you think it's a stupid idea or you don't understand.
Right. Or it could be them, that's their attitude towards you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe they're thinking, you know, I've done that before, it's going to waste your time, and I just don't think it's going to be good for you.
Yeah.
And you just want to know, and you want to try things for yourself. That there needs to be space for that. in a relationship.
Give the other person space to follow their own internal guidance, because everyone has their own internal guidance they need to follow, and everyone has their own path. And a balanced relationship is about being able to be like on the path with someone, or like basically walking side by side them. And it's like a balance, and like allowing that freedom and that space for the other person to flow into their mission and their purpose and to be who they are.
I feel like it's...
This card keeps coming up. Like, a balanced relationship makes you feel safe. And, like, if you feel like you can be yourself with someone, it makes you feel safe. It makes you feel comfortable. Like, you don't have to, like, have your defenses up and your walls up all the time. So it's important to feel like you can be yourself. So if you're in a relationship and you feel like you can't be yourself, it might be because the other person is wearing a mask as well. So they're wearing a mask, so you feel like you need to wear a mask. And it's like this whole thing.
And that's the thing is we're not just a body, you know, we have more experiences than just the body. We can't just be romanced all the time. We have to have our deeper wishes pursued, and we need to be in progress towards that. We have to be allowed to try things out that allow us that take us there. You know what I mean? And when we keep other people from that, it's just, well...
Maybe you feel like the person you're with could be the one, but you still feel like you can't be yourself. So what about that situation?
So, like in a situation where you feel like they're the one. And for some reason you're feeling the need to get away from them. Because maybe behavior in the relationship is confusing. Maybe because, like, you're not sure, but you feel self-conscious. Right? Maybe about how you look, or maybe about how you've been acting, or something like that. I think, in general, heart-to-heart talks are always really, really important.
They're saying miracles can happen. Like, a shift can happen in a relationship to where, like, you open that heart wound and kind of expose it. Laughter, you know, laughter is the best medicine in a relationship if you're trying to kind of move past the heaviness and the seriousness of a certain period and energies that have been coming up, and to step into your own power. It's all about being in your own power in a relationship, where, you know, and being able to, like, stand on your own, and strength. We're seeing strength and power, empowering yourself. Very important. So I'm going to pull some more cards on, like, basically when you're in a relationship and you feel like you can't be yourself for some reason. So I mean, that's a challenge, you know, and some of you guys are just trying to have endurance, you know, feeling really confused. Maybe the relationship has sucked you into kind of like a bad, just kind of into an isolated place. And I'm seeing, like, it can make you feel very hesitant to move forward. You know, some of you guys might need to release this person, whoever this is.
Yeah, I'm getting a strong sign that it's a little bit... I think it's time to talk about releasing for a second.
Yeah, how funny. We're so in the flow together right now. We're tapped in.
I feel like the opossum definitely talks about, like, strategy in relationships. And when I think of strategy and I think of playing dead, I feel like that's really a sign that if you're in a relationship where you feel like you have to play dead around them, then it's time to either confront that, or if you feel like it's not safe enough to confront that.
I was gonna say, for some of you guys it could be abusive.
If you feel like it's not safe enough, if you feel like you won't get the support that you need to leave the relationship, and that it will make it dangerous, then that's, you know, obviously another sign too.
That's something that's been coming up with so many people right now. Let's talk about that for a second, about when it comes time to release someone. What does a true gentleman do? What does someone who is, like, kind or just, like, loving unconditionally do?
Well, I think
versus someone that's not?
I think for what we consider, like, female energy, or, like, kind of like a receptive energy, for them in a relationship, receptivity, I think, would make it a natural process. If you're just receptive to how exactly the relationship will unfold, then that, I think, would just flow naturally. You'll have new experiences, things might not quite make sense, but as long as you're accepting of what comes out of it, the relationship can end peacefully. But when you're in a relationship with someone who is not receptive to that, where their energy is more aggressive, maybe more masculine.
Yeah.
You might say the word masculine, but that's kind of like a subjective word.
Yeah.
But I think with somebody who's aggressive, it's time to play dead.
Yeah.
And in those situations, I hate to say it, if you feel like you have to hide like that, and you're in a situation where you feel it's dangerous to leave, you do need to take action.
There's a lot of people watching who are in those situations. I feel so bad whenever people like that hit me up. I'm just like, oh my god.
It is something that you need to make plans to leave.
Yeah.
But it is time. You need to learn how to play dead.
Yeah.
And for some people that even means like faking a smile, and that's awful thinking about.
Yeah.
But like you know, that's the sign I'm getting here. The opossum is a really great protector for that kind of energy. If all else fails, play dead. That's the opossum.
Yeah.
Like saying strategy, you know, for leaving.
This is real. This is real.
Because sometimes those situations, if they're not safe like that, that's just kind of the extreme, you know.
Yeah.
But in general, like a relationship, when you're going through a separation process, it should be generally one that involves compromise.
Yeah.
I think compromise is really the best description. I think both parties really, at some point, if they're separating, need to feel like they are supported in leaving.
Yeah.
And however that is defined
if
to
you can't
each
get
person,
that, then you got to be the possum and you got to play dead.
Yeah, and if you feel like you can't give what the other person needs through that transition, then I guess, honestly, give as much as you can, you know?
Yeah.
Just be a light.
Be a light. Yeah.
And try and handle it, you know? Roll with the punches. Deal.
Get
but
out of there.
I feel like respect is the key there, though. Yeah. Like, you have to respect each other's wishes. Yeah. And that's what love is really about.
Yeah, and they're wanting you to know, is this really a safe foundation in your life if this person, if you can't really be yourself around this person? But then for some of you guys, it's more like you just need to kind of break down the walls and the barriers and the masks. Because usually when you first get to know someone, there's a little bit of that, and it might just be like a touch of that. And it's like you guys are going to awaken to like another dimension in the relationship. So it could go either way. So actually what we're going to do now is we're going to do a pick a card reading. And some of you guys are very loyal to the person you're asking about and the person in question. What else do you have to say about that?
Yeah, I just pulled this. The dog says, to me, sometimes partnership, especially these days when money's not doing so well, you know, if you're feeling like you have financial issues, if that's kind of creeping up on you and you're worried about separation because of that, you got to think also about loyalty. Are you just being loyal to them because, you know, they helped you out or you helped them out and there's this kind of sense of partnership or solidarity with them? It really depends on if you can be loyal to each other during that process of separation and just kind of go through like a brother and sister type, you know, exit basically. Just be like, bow to you and like I respect you and you and your nature and your wishes and all the things that you want. I support you in your path, you know. I provide you the best to my abilities and exit, you know. And then you bow out, you know what I mean?
Yes. So, now we're going to do a pick a card reading if you're, like, in the situation, like, what you should do. Basically, if you're in a relationship or getting into a relationship and you feel like you can't be yourself around the person, like, what should you do? So, if you choose number 1, the Selenite Wand, I'm going to draw your card. And if you choose number 2, the Sulfur Rock, I'll draw your cards in a second. So go ahead and choose one. Number 1, the Selenite Wand, or number 2, the Sulfur Rock. Let's do this. If you choose number 1, if you're in a relationship, you feel like you can't be yourself, what should you do? Well, first of all, they're saying to really start paying attention to the energy in the relationship. Is there like this dark, heavy, intense, just like soul-sucking energy, or is there just like
Are you watching over your shoulder all the time?
Yeah. Are you looking over your shoulder? Exactly, that's what this hawk's doing. Or is there like kind of just like a lighter, more like mysterious kind of like
Confusion.
confusion.
Maybe. I think it's communication.
Yeah, that's just might be communication. So there's different. It's either him. John and I are like, we're fucking looking at each other right now, and we're like so in it. His eyes are like little pupils, and they're like glowing like bright green. It's like insane. And him and I are like reading each other's minds. It's so weird. Oh man. Making friends with other like super clairvoyant people is bizarre, you guys. It's so fun. So anyways, basically you got to decide what this is, figure this out, are you going to stay dedicated to this? I mean, probably. Those of you guys who chose the selenite wand number 1, I am feeling like this dedication. You're needing to go with the flow. There's a lot that needs to be healed in this relationship, and it does. Remember, you were talking about finances. What were you saying about that again?
Well, I was talking about sometimes in relationships you can be stuck because you are bailing someone else out who helped you out. You know what I mean? Or like you have a kind of a partnership or almost like a debt that you feel you owe.
Yeah.
And those are karmic, relationships sometimes.
Yeah.
Too, but
yeah, and you need to ask yourself, do you really feel playful with this person? Is there like a lightness here? Is there an emotional balance here? Groundedness, stability, or is this just a mess?
I feel like that comes across in like modern terms of like feeling like you're carrying the relationship.
Yeah.
Right.
So what should you do? What should you do? Like, how can you basically be yourself here? Well, they want you to step into wholeness, because the more you step into wholeness, the more that's going to be reflected in the relationships around you. There's definitely some action you need to take, like communication with your partner. Maybe some more time out in nature with your partner would help as well, to get grounded and balanced. Set goals for yourself independently as well as for yourself as a couple. And I see your partner will be very understanding with you. You do feel this sense of obedience, like feeling very like you need to, like, but I don't know. What do you have to say about this card, John? It's like
I just got
difficult
the
for
coyote,
me.
so I'll say like the coyote to me says maybe you're feeling like all of your attempts to kind of like control or push this relationship in the direction that you want it to go have kind of been sabotaged, the trickster comes around for people who are having who basically they're looking for connection with like divine order and want really things to go well, but they're stressing about it, and bringing the stress into that experience starts sabotaging like your manifestation, basically.
Yeah. That happened with us for a while,
yeah.
actually.
So I feel like the coyote's here saying like let go. There's like a universal truth here. We always talk about when it comes to finances.
Tenderness can help. Tenderness.
Loving yourself. Self-care is always great.
Yeah.
I
didn't even mean to pull that card. It just like came out.
Self-care is always great. And then just universal truth, recognizing the Mother Earth has you, we're on her terms.
Oh my god, we've been talking about this so much lately. Mother Earth has got your back, you guys. If you're fucked, if something's going down, go to Mother Earth and pray and put your hands on the ground, put your bare feet on the ground and pray and ask Mother Earth for help. If you're that, right. I mean, whenever literally shit has hit the fan so hard for me and I had nothing else left to do, I would go to the ocean, or I would go on a hike, or I'd go to a waterfall, and I would get on my knees and I'd pray. And I've never been let down by those results. Like, I swear to God, like, I owe everything to Mother Earth. Like, Mother Earth has seriously, like, right?
Yeah.
Has helped us through so much, right, John?
Mother Earth can handle her own. Like, there are Mother Earth has her ways of protecting herself, so don't worry about her. If you have anything you need, you can ask her for help.
Yeah.
And she'll come.
Exactly. I believe that so much. So, now for those of you guys that choose this Sulfur Rock number 2, we're going to channel a message to you guys about this topic, about like what to do if you are in a relationship or like you're feeling someone but like you feel like you can't be yourself or you can't like express yourself. Something's coming through about like paranoia and like it's affecting your work. Interesting. it's like you can't talk to this person about it for some reason. You're stalling on it. And you're feeling really disconnected from them, but like you're just trying to play it off or something. I knew this was going to be a heavy topic, but this is something that's going around right now. We got to talk about it, you know? This card's coming out again. I feel like your finances in this situation are getting better. It might not actually be related to like finances, because finances and love are kind of connected. Is that the pheasant? Oh.
It's funny. You got retreat. I got prairie dog.
Oh, wow.
That's kind of like another kind of retreat
card. They're saying nurturing could help this situation and this relationship. I'm also seeing like you need to be aware of what's happening here, to be aware of the truth.
Yeah, I feel like...
Strength. Release harsh judgments, forgiveness, and compassion.
I feel like there's like some kind of bitterness about like not being given credit for like your work or your worth.
Yeah.
And feeling like kind of cheated, but you know that can bring up feelings, you know, where you might begin to hate yourself.
Oh,
and just recognize like you if you made some mistake, you gotta take care of yourself and recognize, and don't be hard on yourself. You know, it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to have these kinds of situations.
And leave it in the past and just wake up and it's a new day. That's why our planet works this way, because we go around, we stumble, we fall, we say stupid shit, we make mistakes, and then we get up and it's a new day.
And the bitterness,
we have the chance to start all over.
Yeah,
Thank
exactly.
goodness. Could you imagine if it wasn't like that?
Yeah.
See each day as a new beginning and thank the sun. Wake up every day and the first thing you do is thank.
Totally.
You fucking thank the earth that you have another day.
Yeah.
You get a new chance. You get a fresh start.
Totally.
And the home situation is coming up for you guys. It says your household situation is improving, either through a move or a healthy change in the occupants.
I also feel like that it keeps lining up with this message of getting high, getting away, getting a big picture perspective. Maybe that's up into the mountains, if you live by the mountains, maybe.
Yeah.
Getting kind of further away from, you know, just getting a big picture perspective. The grouse also came in, which to me says maybe some time to visualize, maybe some time to do some movement and meditation, and thinking about what you want to happen in the relationship, you know.
Yeah. I'm just pulling random cards. Gratitude.
I think that's all I got.
Yeah, that's it. All right, you guys, we are hitting... I don't even know. We're so tired, to be honest. We're going to go pass out now and relax. I've been doing so many personal readings. If you purchased a personal reading from me recently, it's coming. Like, it is coming. Please tell them, John.
Oh, it's coming. We have been grinding and grinding and grinding. I'm actually about to put up a video for my channel in just a little bit.
Yeah.
Talking
so
about
we'll post a link to John's channel on this, because he's about to post another epic reading for you guys. On his channel, though.
Yeah, so we'll put that in the links.
Is it going to be a love reading?
We're busy. We're going and going and going.
Yeah, is it going to be a love reading that you're doing?
I'm going to be talking mostly about kind of like masculine energies. I feel like I've been feeling like called to talk about that.
Oh, yeah. So if you're wondering what's going on with your masculine, you want to hit up John's channel, because he's going to be channeling like some divine masculine stuff. It's going to be legit. All right, you guys. We will see you soon, and I just want to let you guys know that I love all of you. I consider all of you guys who are watching part of my soul family. I don't know why I was guided to start this channel and do all of this, and you guys probably don't even really know why you're here watching this, but I believe it's all for a reason, and I know there's a reason we're connecting. Feel free to write comments and connect with the people that are watching me. You're only going to find love and light here. Seriously, like, this community is amazing. People are very kind and really nice, and so feel free to go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/groups/Rainbow Harmony. I'll be updating it soon, and you guys can connect there as well. I'll see you soon, guys. Peace out.